So I've been trying to record this now 2 times, so maybe third time lucky charm, and I've had technical difficulties, which meant that I couldn't really, I did it and I didn't record it properly, so hopefully this time it's okay. So what this video is I play all of the daily games I usually play. I'm going to skip on connections because I've actually been getting technical difficulties with that one, where it wouldn't tell me that I missed one word, and those are clues that I use to logically deduce what's what, and it's not that fun, honestly. But yeah, I'm just gonna play the ones that I like. I've played way more than those games, and these are the ones that are generally my favorite. So let's get going. The classic, you can't go without it, Wordle. And it's so sad because yesterday I had such a good day. Oh, I've already played them. Yeah, I played them on the toilet. Okay, I've played this one. Yeah, I had a really good day yesterday with Trado because I'm Bulgarian and the country was Bulgaria, and I spotted it like right away, 10 seconds, without really thinking about it. Well, I just verified. I did think about it, but okay. So I think I did play this one, but only the Wordle. Let's see, I didn't play the Trado, I don't think. So what was it? S and A. I came up with... No. Oh, yeah, I actually got it in 2. I did get it in 2. I just need to think what word it was. It was a weird sounding word. It didn't make a usual... The letters in the word didn't make the usual sounds they do. Right now I'm thinking of haste, but I used L and I, I'm pretty sure. L and I. Isle. That was it. That was the word. Isle. Because I and L are usually one of the top letters to use. I have like a mnemonic, which is like, I go with stair first, and those are 5 of the most common letters. And then I remember this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And that's how I remember like the first, 3, 5, 8, 12, 17 letters of the alphabet, and then after that it's like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I got it in 2 today. Okay, this country. That's gonna be fun. So fish, non-fillet, frozen fish, coconuts, Brazil nuts, cashews. So a tropical island. Yeah, fish oils and stuff. But mostly coconuts, Brazil nuts. So now the question is, do they call them Brazil nuts because it's near Brazil? Because I don't know any islands near Brazil, unless it's the little bay of islands that like Grenada maybe, but I think Grenada has a larger economy. I'm more inclined to go with something in the Pacific Ocean, and I will go with I know New is a pretty small country. Okay, so interesting. So that could be, I mean, 17,000 kilometers is so long. Like, I always underestimate how big the Pacific Ocean is, but I would think that from the Pacific Ocean to those Caribbean countries, it's less than 17,000. But I don't have any better guesses, so I'm going to go for one of those. And I will go for Antigua and Barbuda, because I know that's further south. Okay, so it is off. Okay. So then it might be something like Cape Verde. It's that area. So then it could be the other island, which is Sao Tome and Principe. It's not that. Okay. Much closer to Cape Verde. Small African country then. But 221 million. It's probably some island that I don't know. There's this game that I played. I think it's like guess all countries. It's like the what's the game that everyone plays? GeoGuessr, that's it. It's on the GeoGuessr website, and yeah, it's this one that I played, and this one does not have like Christmas Island and Faroe Islands and all that stuff. So, and they are in here, like Christmas Island here, Faroe Island. So I will go for something weird like that. I don't know where this is. I should learn it. It's not there, and what other islands do we have? Cocos, okay, maybe. No. It was... Oh, Guinea-Bissau! Really? Only 221 million? I really didn't expect that. I really expected it to be some remote island. I'm very surprised. Okay, world. what world though? This looks like an European country to me. Something like an Austria, but I don't think so. I think Austria is not like sloped like this along here. I think it's like straight, you know? At the top is like a straight line or straighter line than what this is. What other European? Montenegro maybe? For some reason I'm thinking Montenegro on this one. No. Okay, so it's in Africa. 8,000 kilometers is a lot. Is this Gabon? Or is Gabon like a weird crescent? Does it have a crescent cut off because it's wrapping another country? This could be Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. No, it's further south. I guess that wasn't 8,000 kilometers, yeah. But then again, yeah, 8,000 is a lot, honestly. I should trust myself more, because for Trado, I underestimated how far this was, and I underestimated how far this was as well here. 4,000 from Equatorial Guinea. That's like very South Africa, I think. What shape does... Oh, this could be like what was it? It wasn't Malawi. It was the other one. The one next to South Africa, on the right. Could be Lesotho as well, but I don't think so. I think it's the other one. But what was that? It sounded like a martini. That's how I always remember it. It sounds like some kind of a martini, like a expensive sounding name-ish. Damn. I don't remember. H? No. I think it was an M. Okay, Macau, Madagascar, Malawi. I don't think so. It sounded similar to Malawi. Malaysia, Maldives, Mali, Malta, Marshall Islands, Martinique, Mauritius. Oh, I need to take care of something. Okay, where was I? Malaysia, Maldives, Mali, Martinique, Mauritania, Mauritius, Mayotte, Monaco, Mongolia, Montserrat, Myanmar. No. Jeez, what was it? What other letter could it start with if not an M? This is killing me, man. I really didn't want to take that long on these games. I wanted to sort of do them a bit quicker, but this is really killing me. I should know this. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Lesotho. I can't. Oh, it was Lesotho. Okay. Well, too bad I'm unskilled, I guess. The country, let's check it out. It was Eswatini. That's it. It sounds nothing like Malawi, but it does sound like Martini. So, okay. Graphs. Feature update. Create your own graphs. Design custom challenges for others. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Select the dataset. Percentage of South American adults who... No way that dipped. Percentage of you... And that it peaked 2019. No. Percentage of US adults who use a food delivery app. No. Percentage of European adults who own crypto. I think it would spike a bit more because there was like a fall here. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people bought around like Bitcoin blowing up. Don't know, but it doesn't look right. Number of countries with women as heads of state or government. Now, countries is a very large sample size, so I would expect that this would firstly be pretty stable. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure. And if there were... I mean, the other reason it would be stable is because there's elections only once every 4 years, so... roughly, for each country. It's not for everywhere, but... essentially, out of a data set of, let's say, 200, right? Say 200 countries, for argument's sake. Then 25 of those would be changing leaders yearly. And of those, like, you'd expect about 10 of them to change from male to female or female to male. And then, like, you're looking at the difference between those 10. So it's like a really small difference, I think. So I'm going to discount this. Percentage of US high school students who reported current e-cigarette use. Percentage of US high school students who reported current so within the last 30 days they used an e-cigarette from when they took this survey, which happens every year. Okay. So it depends on how large their survey is. That could explain the variance. It goes from 27 to 780, but no one was using e-cigarettes in 2014, so it's not that one. The only reasonable one is crypto because of the peak in 2019, but even that I would find surprising. It's not that. It's definitely not smartwatches. Food delivery. That would have spiked around COVID, so definitely not that one. Definitely not that one because of 2014, so it might be head of states. Wow, okay, it's gonna be a very surprising one. So what's more likely? That people did not use food delivery apps during COVID? No, that's very unlikely. Percentage of South Americans who own a smartwatch going down and peaking in 2019 and existing in 2014? No. Or e-cigarettes in 20. I guess there could have been e-cigarettes. I'll go with that. So it was that. Okay. The sharp rise and subsequent decline in e-cigarette among US high school students reflect the rapid popularity of vaping and educational efforts to curb its rise. The peak in 2019 promoted increased awareness campaigns. Okay. I really didn't think that there were that many people using them before, like, 2017, but apparently there was a significant number, and you know, people are stopping now, which is good. Okay, Flipple. This one takes me a while, sometimes. Braid to plank. We've got the A in common. We have to flip this vowel to a consonant. And that's about it in terms of trickiness. So you can go brand. This hopefully might be an easy one. Bland. Blank. Okay, so this one's trivial. Blank. What about the 4-letter one? Fold, rope. We've got O in common and we have to switch the D to a vowel. Or if we're going up, the E to a consonant, whichever one's easiest. I think switching from a consonant to a vowel might be easier. So, fold. We could go to cold and then do... I don't know if this is a word. Co. If we go from rope up, we could do cope. But how do we switch the E to a D? Cope. Cove. Nah. That switch is gonna be very difficult. We could go food. No, if we go food, that's adding a vowel and then we need to add one more. So that's not going to be it. So let's go with... So there's fold, cold, gold. I'm thinking now of gond and gone. Gond is not a word, I don't think, but that's how we're gonna get to gone, which is gonna be helpful if we do go with gold. Cone as well, by the same token. So cond isn't the word. Bond. Bold, bond. Okay, that's it. Bold, bond, bone. Now we need to make one more switch. There's no roan, there's no bope. What do I... Okay, fold, bold, sold, soul. Okay, that could work. Sold, soul, roll, rope. There we go. And by the way, it tells you what the... So this solution here is not like the most efficient one. The game restricts itself to using common words, so it's not using like very obscure words that no one knows. And yeah, so what I did here is I had one meandering word where I didn't improve upon the O, and everything else was optimal because we went from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So we were one word off. So let's see what they had. Hold, that also doesn't improve, so yeah, theirs was as good as mine. Hold, hole, roll, rope. Roll, rope, yeah. They just used an H instead of a S. Okay, and the 5-letter one, we were completely efficient because we went from 1 common to 2 commons to 3 to 4 to 5. So there was no way I could have done better. Very good day here. Alright. 9 times 6. So I've got a usual starter of 2 equations, unless like I get giga lucky with like the first one. This is my first one that I use. I think division 9. Oh, it's 9 times 6. I'm just thinking because my second one is going to be addition and subtraction to test for all 4 operations, and I think multiplication division is more likely to be more useful. I find it easier to narrow things down because with like, you know, if addition is the centerpiece, addition is commutative, so it's 50-50. But then I guess also multiplication is commutative. But while subtraction is not commutative, meaning that, you know, 22 plus 33 is equal to 33 plus 22. You can switch the numbers around, which means that there's some ambiguity unless you get a lot of clues about the answer. With the thing about subtraction, that it's not commutative. Obviously 32 minus 22 is 11, but 22 minus 33 is minus 11. But the thing is that if you're allowed to move the end answer as well, then you can switch around the the thing that you're subtracting with the answer. So those two things are commutative between the equation sign. And the same is true with division, but more often you're going to have a 1-digit division by 2-digit. So like the divisor is 2 digits, but then the result is, or I don't know what the word is for when you're dividing 2 numbers and get the answer, the result. I'll say the result is 1 digit. So then if you can place the division sign, it's quite easy because you know which one is 2 digits and which one isn't. So I think this is stronger, which is why I'm going with it first. A lot of greens here. I wonder if we can solve it. Probably not. Could the equal sign ever be here? It could, yeah. If this is a 2-digit and this is a 1-digit, and the answer could also be here if we have a division sign or something, right? So not much info. So I'm not even going to attempt to solve it. There are going to be multiple answers, and the other ones, yeah, not that much info. So I'll just go for my standard second one, which is 7 plus 8 minus 2 is equal to 13. Yeah. I'm just thinking about my 1. But yeah, there's nothing I can change. I was thinking about switching the 2 and the 3, but I have no information involving 2s and 3s, so I don't know which is a better way to switch it. So now we know that this ends in a 1, has a times 6, and has a plus sign. The plus sign has to be here, and we have a 1 and 6 that we've used, 3, 5, 8 to fill in. So 3 times 6 is 18, plus 5 is something 3. So this contradicts the 1, it can't be that. 3 times 6, so that's what I tried, right? 3 times 6, 18, plus 5. 3 times 6, 18, plus 8 is 6. That doesn't work. So this is not a 3. What about a 5? No, because if this is a 5, then this whole thing here is 30, and whatever number we add is the number we end on. And we can't use a 1 twice, because we have to use a 3, 5, and an 8. So this is not a 3, this is not a 5, it must be an 8. So if this is an 8, this is 48, and we need to add 3 to make this a 1, and this is a 5. And we've used 8, 3, 5, which are the ones that we need to use, so this is going to be correct. Some more info. A lot of purples here, that's interesting. plus and a minus. Okay. We have a plus only here, which means that there must be a plus here, because the plus can't be here. This tells us it's not here, this tells us it's not here. The equal sign is here, so plus cannot be here, so it has to be here. So we've got exactly 1 plus, we've got a 5 here, we've got an equal sign, and we've got a 3, 4, 8, and 9 to place, and one of them will be repeated. So now, this is not an 8 or a 9. It can't be a 0, because in this game you never have, like, wasted double digit numbers which could have been expressed as a single digit. So 0, 8 is not acceptable. You're never going to have a 2-digit number that starts with a 0, or 3-digit number that starts with a 0. So this is not a 0, it's not an 8, it's not a 9. It could be a 3, 4, or even a 5 if it's repeated. Okay, so we've got 30 something. Actually, let's consider the worst case scenario. So if this is the biggest number, then this is restricting this, because it cannot be an 8 or a 9, because then that would be a 3-digit number. It cannot be a 5, because that would be a 3-digit number. And also because we need to fit 3, 4, 8, and 9 into 3 spots. So it's a 4 or a 3. Or a 3 or a 4. So if it's a 3, then it's 80 or 90. If it's a 4, it's a 90, which are both possible. So that's quite annoying. Let's try 3 then. That might be easier, because it still eliminates 8 and 9. 5 is not eliminated. 4 is not eliminated. But if this was a 4, then this would have to be 80 something, meaning that this is at least... so this is an 8 or a 9. But this is getting quite deep already. Well, it can't be an 8, because if this was an 8, then this would be a 3, and we know that this isn't a 3. So if this is 3 and this is 4, then this number has to be... Oh, it could be a 5. No, it can't, because then we have to use this would be a 0, and we have to use both 8 and 9, which we can't do. So this is not a 5 either. So we said it's not an 8. So it has to be a 9. So 39 plus 45 is something 4. And now we've used 3, 4, 5, 9. So this would have to be an 8. So this is perfectly valid. And I think I can find other valid combinations as well. So this is not great. Not a lot of info here. So let's do the one with a bunch of purples, and maybe we can get something from this one. Okay. We have a plus and the minus to place and nothing else. The plus is not here because it's at the start. It's not here because it's at the end. It's not here or here by our previous clue. So it's either here or here, which is not very helpful, I think. Well, if the plus... Let me think about this. Right, okay, so the plus is not here, I think, because then you can't put a minus here or here. You could put a minus here, but that would mean you're subtracting a 2-digit number, so that won't work. Because, well, if you did... Okay, what is the largest number at the disposal? We could use a 9. We only have to use 4 numbers across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells. So we can repeat one number. 9 minus 1, 1. 9 minus 11 is negative 2. Plus 3 is equal to 5. So that could work. No, it can't, because this is not a 9. Okay. Let's further play along then. So if this is not a 9, the next biggest it can be is a 5, which is significantly lower. This has to be a 1. This has to be a repeated 1. So now we get negative 6. We need to add a 9, and that would give us a 3. But we can't do that because there's a 3 here. So 5 minus 11 is 6. Or minus 6, I mean. and we can only add 9 to that. What about 13? Let's entertain that. 5 minus 13 minus 8 plus 9 is equal to 1, but this can't be a 1. So, what does this tell us? This tells us that the plus is not here, because it was the plus being here that forced the negative. Well, actually, no. We assume that this is here. So, let's entertain the possibility that this is here. Now, this is a 2-digit number, so it has to be fairly low, because we're subtracting something from it and then we're adding something. So, if this was 11 or something... Oh man, this is going to be a hard one. You know what? There's going to be several possibilities for all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this one where we came up with a possible solution which worked, and we're just going to go from there. So 5, 11, a single plus sign, and we were adding things. Now how did we go from here? We realized that this cannot be a 0, 8, or 9. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4. So it could have been a 5. No, it can't. Which one did we test? 3 was very restricted, right? So we tested it and we actually found that it could work. It was 39 plus 45 is equal to 84. Right? 394584. Right. 398584. So, did we use 2 weights anywhere? No. So, this is completely valid. It's not the answer. Okay. Did we get any info? We got an info on this plus sign. Maybe I should have tried to use a 0 in my guess. Huh. That would have been better. I should have tried to incorporate a 0. Okay. 5 equals... So, we know there's no 4. Or there's no second 4, I should say. And not much more than that. So this is not an 8, 9, 3, or 0. So what if it's a 4? Then this can be an 8 or a 9. This could still be a 3. So this is not a 4. So now this wouldn't be able to be a 4. 8 or 9. What if it was a 5? Then this is at least 95. So this would be a 9. That's fine. 459. 459. We've got to use an 8 and a 3. 40. Right. Okay. 43, 55, 98. That would work. 43, 55, 98. Huh. Is this helpful in any of the other ones? This would... we know there's no 8 here. We'd be testing for a second 5, I guess, but... Oh, man. I think we just need to guess it and hope we get right. Okay, we got it right. Okay, so now we've got a lot of info here. I'm already taking way too long with this puzzle. I've gone for 28 minutes. Okay, but this is the last one, so we just finished this one and that's the video. I don't want to make these too long. Okay. We have to use a 1 and a 9 somewhere, and we would repeat a 3 and a 5. 3 and the minus sign as well. So the minus has to be here. Something 3 plus 5. So that would be 8. If it's 8 minus 9, then that's 9, which could work. So that could be 13 minus 9 is 9, I think. Nothing stopping that. Okay, is that the only possibility though? 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 minus 5 is 3. Oh, damn it. This is going to be tough. No, actually, because... right, the smallest this can be is 13, so this is 18. So, to get a one-digit number from 18, it has to be 9 and 9 we're subtracting. So, this is going to be right. And now we have more info here. But still very little in the grand scheme of things. We're using another minus sign. We're only allowed the minus operation, and we're not subtracting a 4-digit number from a 1-digit number to get a 1-digit number. So what I'm thinking now is, can it be here? And I don't think it can, because what we're doing is we're doing this minus this, which is necessarily going to give us a negative number. So 9 minus 10 would give us minus 1. And then whatever we do here, we're getting an even bigger minus number. So this has to be a minus. This is not a minus. And now, where are we restricting? So here, this cannot be a 0, 7 or 9 by previous clue. So this is a 6 or a 2. How can it be a 6? It has to be a 2. So this is a 2, which means that these numbers already have to be pretty high to get a 1-digit number. Namely, if this were 9... Oh, there's not 2 9s. Okay, I nearly missed that. So this one doesn't have 2 9s. Definitely not a 9. Oh, it could be a 9 at the end. I don't know how this UI works. Like, I think if this was a 9 in the correct place, it would give it to me as green. So I'm going to assume that this is not a 9. So this is not a 9. So it has to be... So let's try and make it as high as possible. Then it's 7. Now we're doing 20 something. Let's say it's 20. Let's try the 0. It could be 20. Now we have to subtract 13. That would be 6 and 7. And that would give us the correct answer. So it leads me to believe that this is it. I mean, it's the last one. So if we have a correct answer, we have to try it. So no, but we're close. So this might be a 6 here. Because if this was 26... Well, let's try it. So let's put in the ones we know. Minus 7 equals... If this 6 was here, then we're doing 26 minus 7, 19. Well, if we subtract 9 from 19, we still get a 2-digit number. So this cannot be a 6, so the 6 has to be here. So we're doing... what's the next smallest thing? 22 that we can do. 22 minus 7 is 15, minus 9. I think that works. And that's it. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hopefully today it's or tomorrow is even shorter. Oh.